So, the divisional round has come and gone. Now we know who the Elite Four are in the NFL. We know who the Final Four will be. And I gotta tell you, some of the games, kind of infuriating. But overall, very exciting season. I'm very much looking forward to this championship. And the Super Bowl, not so much. But let's break it down. Let's go through that. Let's make our predictions. Let's, give a little update on the head coaching situation. And, break down why the Bills were a bunch of idiots. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Was I correct? Is idiots too harsh of a word or not harsh enough? What do you think?
I don't know. What makes you think I have anything to say about the Buffalo Bills?
Oh! You have nothing to say? There's nothing. You have no thoughts in your mind.
I don't think I have any opinions on the matter.
No? Well, let's just say I think you're lying. But we'll wait till we get to that game. All right? Before we get into it, let me just give you a quick reminder. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. It really helps us out. Comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario SDW and at Super Dario World on Instagram. So first off, have you checked the numbers yet? For our little competition, you and me, we're tied. We both have two teams.
We are dead tied. I am the king of the AFC.
I am the king of the NFC.
King of the NFC.
So it literally comes down to the Super Bowl. Whoever wins the Super Bowl wins.
Again.
And this sucks. I feel at a massive disadvantage right now. Now, I don't want it to happen, but whatever. Have you?
I was sure I was dead. Honestly,
it looked like it for a second. But anyway, have you thought of what the punishment's going to be? Because I know what I'm going to get you. I know what I'm going to make you eat if you lose. So have you thought about it at all?
Not much.
Okay, well then let's keep it that way.
All right.
Just keep it that way. Don't think about it at all. The numbers for everybody else. I believe, Gus, you're still the lead by 1 point. Then you got David Martinez right behind you with I believe you're up at 6. David's down at 4, and Mora, you're down at 4. So it's still neck and neck. You still have a shot. Just, try not to pick the same teams. You got to make a move somewhere. But that's how the current state of that is. Let's get started. Let's get into. Do you want to do head coaches or like we did, or how we did last time? Games first, and then the head coaching stuff.
I like the games first.
All right, let's get started with the games. So, NFL playoffs. This is the current bracket, the way it's shaping up. But let's begin with the first divisional round game. The Ravens, kind of schooling the young Texans. Listen, I was rooting for the Texans. I knew they were gonna lose, but I was rooting for them. That first half, they played their hearts out, man. But you could very easily tell. Like I was sitting there with my buddies. I was like, dude, they're not going to be able to play at this level 2 halves. The Ravens are going to start manhandling them in the second half. And they did. They made adjustments. And actually, I look back at the highlights, the Ravens didn't actually do anything too complicated on the first half. They kept things pretty simple. They were like, we're going to beat you with the meat and potatoes. And then it turns out that they have a pretty good playbook. And they just started destroying the Texans with it. So congratulations for the Texans. You made it all the way to the divisional round. This was supposed to be a rebuild year. You're still missing like 6 more guys. Fortunately, you have all the picks in the world and you don't have a salary cap issue. So I think the future looks very bright in Houston. But the Ravens are just a buzzsaw, man. They're unstoppable. There's nobody even comes close, in my humble opinion, this season.
Yeah, and in general, I feel like there's a theme going on, at least with the divisional round.
Yeah.
Where it was, all right, a team that, you didn't have a lot of expectations for.
Yeah.
Kind of in a rebuild, kind of, trying to figure out their identity. And they made it way further than you would have expected, The Texans, that was the story. They didn't expect to make it here, but goddamn, good on them. Their future looks bright.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent. They played with a lot of heart, but At the end of the day, the Ravens are just too freaking violent, man.
Yeah. And it was the same story with the Packers. You know, they didn't expect anything. The Buccaneers, I'm pretty sure they didn't expect to make it this far.
No.
And then there's the Bills.
Oh, we'll get to the Bills. First off, Chuck Dominguez, what's up? Mob Nasty, hit the pinche like. Appreciate it. Let's continue. The point is, we all saw this one coming. The only thing that we were kind of concerned about was, oh man, Lamar Jackson, he kind of shrivels in the playoffs. That didn't happen. Lamar showed that, he could very coolly and calmly pick you apart when he wants to. And the other thing was like, oh man, the starters haven't really played for 2 weeks. Is this going to affect them? Nope, not even a little bit. Not even. Yeah. In fact, I think it made him better. So congratulations to the Ravens. I don't see anybody who can stop you, unfortunately. But I'm looking forward to seeing you beat the shit out of the freaking Chiefs. But hey,
I hope so.
Now, let's continue. Almost the upset of the weekend.
You got close. I was rooting for the Pack, man.
The Green Bay Packers not surviving the San Francisco 49ers, or the 49ers surviving the Packers. Dude, Brock Purdy can't play in the rain. He just can't. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but it didn't look good
either.
Fair enough. Fortunately, they have Christian McCaffrey. So, turns out you don't really need a QB. Losing Debo is, a big complication. But I've started to notice something with Shanahan, the head coach. The dude sucks at making adjustments. He's too stubborn. So, on the other hand, Harbaugh, a lot of adjustments, right? So you got the Ravens head coach who's very adaptable. He'll if something doesn't work, he switches it up. He tries different things. Shanahan is in love with his playbook. And the moment that he loses a key piece like Deebo Samuel, you would think he would change the playbook. But no, they kept running the same plays, except with somebody else not named Deebo Samuel. Turns out it doesn't work the same. So that dude needs to work on that, or they're never going to win anything. My humble opinion.
Well, I think Shanahan finally beat his own curse of not being able to win if he's losing at the start of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So good on him. He broke that curse.
That thing proves it, that the dude does not know how to freaking adapt to situations. However,
true, but he did get objectively better now.
Again, because he has superstars there. He has a man named Christian McCaffrey who saved his ass by running for freaking 40-yard touchdown. And also, it's really funny that Green Bay just keeps losing to the 49ers in the playoffs.
It is their Bills Chiefs.
Yeah, it's their kryptonite. Next, we have the Lions.
They always thought it was Aaron Rodgers, but nope, it's just the Packers.
Mm-hmm. We got the Lions.
Same way that the Cowboys keep losing to the Packers.
Yeah. Lions dominating the freaking. I wouldn't say dominating, but yeah, I say it was a solid victory. They
closed it out good. Although, Did you see the thing where
at the end
Buccaneers had a time out left?
Yeah, and the Lions just ran the play way too quickly. It was
it's actually you kneeled way too early. There's still time for a play.
Yeah,
but Todd Bowles just kind of gave up.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's one of those things that's like, Lions, this is what shitty teams do. This is not what Super Bowl winning teams do.
Yeah, if you would have had a freaking head coach who's not an idiot, he would have made you paid for that one. But all right, they won, so good on them. At least they're lucky. I didn't really understand the Buccaneers' plan. Like the Lions don't have good secondary. And the Buccaneers have amazing wide receivers. Why they didn't just throw the ball down the field the whole day, I don't understand. But you know what? That's why they lose, because they don't do the easy things. They don't do the most logical thing. But whatever, what can you do?
I still think I like to think Baker Mayfield's in this redemption arc. I hope he does well next year. He gets his money, gets to actually stay as a starter.
You think he will?
I hope so. I don't see why not.
You don't think he's gonna go somewhere else?
Why would he? I mean,
more money.
He got them to the freaking divisional round, didn't he?
I guess.
No one expected much from Tampa the year after Tom Brady left.
No, not at all. But yeah, good for Baker. At least whatever money he gets, it's going to be more than what he got it this year. So,
yeah, I would say re-sign Mike Evans and I'd give Baker at least another season. I don't see why not.
sure. But we'll see. Next.
Is there anybody better available?
No. The most exciting game of the weekend, the Kansas City
This was
Chiefs
a fun game.
visiting the Buffalo Bills. And since Eric has nothing to say, we're going to hear the opinion of Eric from last week. Here is what Eric thought this game was going to be.
The Bills are fucking morons when it comes to the Chiefs. That's what it is. They're fucking morons. They beat themselves. They stopped playing in the way that made them win, the way made them successful. They're gonna fuck up because they're the Bills, and that's what they do.
On that note, the Bills have been running the ball more, so it's not all on Josh
They're gonna
Allen.
stop. They're gonna stop. They're gonna stop doing it. I'm telling you, they're gonna fuck up.
All right, he said it right here, folks. It's on tape. Eric's picking the Chiefs because the Bills are fucking morons.
Also, I don't have anything to lose here because if I'm wrong, the Chiefs lose. So
There you go. So, dude, you kind of called that one to a T. Like you nailed it. You nailed it.
I told you exactly what was gonna happen, didn't I?
They could run the ball because, like I have a stat here.
They're gonna stop doing it.
Yeah,
They're gonna beat themselves.
They ran the ball like crazy, but no, that's not the thing because they won at everything except the game. Let me see. I have the thing here. Come on. All right, so the Bills had more time of possession, more first downs, more total yards, more third down conversions, more fourth down conversions. The Chiefs had more turnovers, and the Chiefs still won the game. Fire Sean McDermott. Jesus Christ. Bills fans, whatever his name is, who doesn't matter. You're never going to win anything with that man. Ever. Not even, nothing, not even second place. You're never going to beat the Chiefs. You're never going to beat the Bengals. You're never going to beat the Ravens with that guy. Because that guy is a fucking moron. You were running the ball like crazy all day. And then you stopped and started throwing the ball at a moment when you wanted to run out the clock. This was driving me nuts. The Bills have the ball in their hands. There's like 5 minutes left. They start running down the clock. They reach the 2-minute warning. And all they had to do was run it a couple of times. Maybe you get a first down. Maybe not, but at least you kill time off the clock. And what do these assholes do? Because they're already in field goal range. They start throwing it down the field to try to score a touchdown. Why? Even if you score a touchdown, it's the fucking Chiefs. They scored on you with 5-6 seconds. You don't want to give them any time left on the clock. You should have just run it. They couldn't stop you. What the fuck were you thinking? Why? Why did you do a fake punt in your own 30 on a 4th and 5 with DeMar Hamlin? That man was dead a year ago. Jesus Christ. You have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Use him. If you're going to go for a 4 and 5 in a moment where it wasn't really critical in the game, at least use your best fucking player. What the fuck is that man thinking? How does he have a job? How does he keep losing year after year?
I think there was a very clever guy who said, the Bills are fucking morons when it comes to the Chiefs. They beat themselves.
They tried to, I don't know, get too cute with it. It's like, oh, they're expecting us to run, so we're gonna throw it all the way to the end zone.
It's the Seattle Super Bowl thing where it's like they think we're gonna give it to beast mode in the 1 yard line because
that would be the smart thing to do.
You do.
That's the smart thing to do. Yeah.
So let's throw the ball.
I see the Bills turn into
lose.
The Bills turn into the Chargers when they play against the Chiefs. They choke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. This man needs to be fired. If you fire Sean McDermott on one of the best free agencies, and one of the best free agencies for head coaching that I've seen in my entire fucking life, you're automatically the sexiest team on the board. You're the #1 pick for everybody. You can have your pick of the litter. I don't care who it is. So honestly, it's not really convenient for me because I'm a Chargers fan, unfortunately still, for you to fire that guy. But do yourselves a fucking favor and fire that guy. Jesus Christ, you're just wasting a bunch of players' career. What the fuck was that? This Sean McDermott is supposed to be a defensive guy. The Chiefs only punted the ball once in the entire fucking game. Once. You could not stop him. How the hell can you say you're a defensive head coach or defensive oriented? No, I get it. You have a bunch of injuries or whatever. I don't give a fuck. That was like the backup wide receivers for any other team, and the Chiefs were playing with them. They suck. They drop more balls than they catch. And you couldn't beat them. If you couldn't beat them
aren't
at
the
home.
Chiefs just so fucking obnoxious?
Dude, you couldn't beat them this season. The weakest I've seen the Chiefs in a freaking decade. At home, you're never going to beat him with that man. Get it kicking the fuck out of town.
I think we are starting to get to the point where we do have to call into question Josh Allen.
No, the man ran for like 500 yards.
When it comes to specifically playing the Chiefs.
What do you mean?
Because he did actually have an end zone shot. He did at the end where he just missed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stefan Diggs
in the end zone.
Stefan Diggs dropped the ball. There were a few drops. I get it.
Yeah, and he stopped. I don't know. During that last drive, the entire Bills offense just felt weird.
Yeah,
they
you know what?
I
can tell you what happened. If I'm Josh Allen, I'm like, why the fuck are we throwing the ball? Like, this is the stupidest play ever, but I gotta make it work somehow. Jesus Christ, it's because it's stupid, right? It's stupid. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I'm just happy that I am the king of the AFC.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Thanks to the obnoxious fucking Chiefs.
I just, Bills
are gonorrhea, man. They just keeps coming back.
People say like, oh, this is a great rivalry. It's not a rivalry. They own you. All right? The Chiefs fucking own you. You're their bitches.
Yeah, they do.
You're their fucking bitches. Right?
Yeah, they are.
Fucking Bills, man. Jesus Christ.
And why do you think I keep picking them? It's going to be the same thing next season. It's going to be the next season. You're going to say, oh, the Chiefs are not buttoned up. They're not going to be good in the thing.
They're not.
They're still going to win the AFC West because somehow every team in the AFC West is going to suck, so they're going to win the division.
Or the good ones get injured.
Playoffs.
Because freaking Aaron Rodgers got injured. Joe Burrow got injured.
That's always how it's going to work. You're going to play the Bills again. The Bills are going to look even stronger. And the Chiefs are going to look even weaker. Okay? Patrick Mahomes is not going to have a leg.
Oh, wow.
He's not going to have a leg. He's going to walk out there. He's going to just be jumping on one leg. He's going to still be throwing to Kelsey in the middle of the field. Yeah. Wide open. And they're still going to be their bitches.
Jesus Christ, man.
They're at least making it to the AFC Championship.
I don't know. But, I mean, that has to be the hottest seat in the NFL right now. But I haven't heard anything about him getting fired. It's crazy.
A lot of teams are keeping a lot of coaches that we didn't expect.
It's really bizarre.
Staying at the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's the only one that's confirmed. I haven't heard a confirmation on Tomlin or on.
I've heard that Tomlin. I think he's staying.
Yeah, but I haven't heard like a confirmation like the Cowboys did. Also, nothing on the Eagles head coach whose name I can't remember right now. Whatever.
Sirianni.
What?
Sirianni's confirmed.
But anyway, the way that things look right now, the Ravens will be hosting the Chiefs. And I hope they fucking rip them a new one. And the 49ers will be hosting the Lions. All of these games will be on Sunday. All right, let's make a quick predictions. Eric, who do you think is going to win, Ravens or Chiefs?
Ravens.
Why? I wasn't ready for that.
On one hand, I'm not going to be upset on either one because I feel like if the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, they're winning.
Fuck you.
You know it too. You know it.
No.
It's there.
I refuse. I refuse. I hate it.
You know that's what they want.
Yeah. This is the only team, the only good team that the Ravens did not beat in the entire season. So it's a little bit exciting. It's still the Chiefs. It's still Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. But I think that defense is going to kill them. I really think so. It's the Chiefs looked really good on offense this past weekend because they were up against the Bills, and the Bills suck, because their head coach sucks, and he's the defensive guy. But maybe their defense can go toe-to-toe against the offense of the Ravens, but the offense of the Chiefs cannot go toe-to-toe with the defense of the Ravens. They're going to kill freaking Patrick Mahomes. Those dudes sack like crazy. So I think it's going to be the Ravens defense that pulls the victory out of this one.
Mahomes is really good at avoiding sacks. I would say that's his main.
The Ravens are really good at sacking people. Just saying.
I don't know, man. It's just I think it's going to be a way closer game than we expect. I hope the Ravens win. They are going to be my pick. And, well, for the Super Bowl, shoot.
I just think it's really funny that, I don't know, freaking Taylor Swift's going to have to find a hotel room in Baltimore.
I think she'll be fine.
Baltimore's scary, man. Have you not? Did you not see the newest Dave Chappelle special? He's like, yeah, no. Tupac and his mom moved to Oakland to be safer. They left Baltimore for Oakland because they felt unsafe. Well. Anyway, Trevor Tyrone's saying, "Hey, thoughts on ranch? Does he mean dressing?"
Not the biggest fan of ranch dressing, not gonna lie.
I love ranch with some wings. Love it. Maybe with some pizza. It's phenomenal. Really fatty.
I like Chipotle sauce better personally.
Sure. There you go. Next, we got the 49ers hosting the Lions. The Cinderella story, the Lions. I got to tell you, I think the Lions have a shot.
Honestly, yeah. After the way they played against the Packers, I think, I don't know, man.
I think this is a coin toss, to be honest. Now, the 49ers obviously have an advantage because they are at home, but
I think the Lions are the most they're the most susceptible team to beat themselves.
Of course. Definitely the weakest head coach, strategy-wise.
They are all heart. They are all grit, but they are not all brain.
Yeah, sometimes
they might do something stupid again, like, I don't know, kneel down before the game's over.
Yeah.
And just little things like that. It's like, you can't do that at this point.
No.
You can't.
Not on this level. But I mean, they're lucky. At least.
Everything counts now. Every single thing counts.
Chuck Dominguez, I hope the Chiefs lose and Mahomes turns into a bitch. I hope the Lions win. Yeah, all right.
I would love it if it was the Lions-Ravens. I would love it.
That would be great. Right now,
I would not be upset at either winning.
Right now, I'm thinking, all right, one of these two has to win, and they're going to be my team for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Who
do you want?
Who has a better chance of beating the freaking Ravens?
Well, if you think about it,
well, the Ravens already whooped both of them, but
yeah, they whooped the 49ers when they didn't expect. The 49ers were the favorites.
Yeah. The Lions, it was way earlier in the season, so.
Yeah, and do you remember, well, actually it was like mid-late season. It wasn't that long ago. I think it was like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Close to Thanksgiving. Do you remember the year that Brady won the Super Bowl with Tampa?
Yeah.
Not only could he not beat the Saints in either game in that season, he got obliterated by the Saints.
I remember. It was embarrassing.
Yeah. It was like, oh, shit. And then they played each other in the playoffs. And they beat him.
No. And he beat them.
Yeah, didn't I say that?
You said, and they beat him.
Tampa managed to beat the Saints in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
Playoff football is different football, man. And I don't think it will be necessarily the same story if the Niners play the Ravens again. That's what I mean with that. I don't think it's necessary that, the Ravens already kicked their asses, right? It's any given Sunday at the end of the day.
All right. Listen, I see your point.
But I'm still going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Listen, my heart wants the Lions to win. Like, it does. It's a great story. But
I will be less upset if the Lions end up beating me than if the 49ers. Because it's a Cinderella story.
But by the way, have you noticed that it's both for both divisions, for both conferences? I mean, it's the 1 versus the 3.
How about that? And for both, it's probably going to be the 1.
Probably.
Is that the first time that's happened? Or
what?
Probably not the first time, but
last season it was the 1-on-1.
Last season?
Yeah, Eagles, Chiefs.
Were the Chiefs number 1?
Yeah, you remember because the Bills and the Bengals didn't play a game, and so the Chiefs just walked into that bye week because they didn't even give them a tie or anything, or didn't give them a chance to play another game. So
yeah, and then the Chiefs got a free third down, right?
yeah,
Aren't they so fucking obnoxious?
I fucking hate him. But I mean, there was also a few very questionable calls in this game against the Bills, but that's not why the Bills lost. The Bills lost because they're fucking moron.
Honestly, it was a very... Actually, the playoffs in general have been pretty damn clean in terms of reffing.
Except the Rams-Lions one.
Yeah, but I didn't care because the Lions won.
Okay. All right.
I never said I wasn't a hypocrite.
Chuck Dominguez says, I'm going for the underdog. Yeah. Sure. Why not? It'll be fun. I've been rooting for these guys for years.
My ideal scenario is Ravens-Lions.
That'd be exciting. That'd be fun.
I'll be happy with either, and it'll be a first-time quarterback winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. True. I don't know.
That's
To me,
Mahomes.
dude, as long as Mahomes loses, that's the only thing. I hate the fucking Chiefs. I hate that they're there.
Yeah.
They just luck their way into everything. Jesus Christ. But anyway, let's continue. Let's move on to the head coaching tracker. As I've mentioned before, there's a few pretty interesting openings with several head coaches that got fired. Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel, and the rest don't really matter because I don't think these guys are going to be coaching anytime soon. So
I think Josh McDaniels is going wherever Bill goes.
That's possible. The coaches who look like they're not going to be losing their jobs are Mike McCarthy, this guy whose name is just Sirianni, and Mike Tomlin. The man who should lose his job is Sean McDermott. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him losing it, but if he hasn't lost it by now, it means that it's probable that he's going to keep it. So far, a couple of jobs have been filled. We got the Patriots and the Raiders who've made their selections. The Patriots picked that Mayo guy, and the Raiders decided to stick with Antonio Pierce, which, by the way, oh my God, thank God.
I mean, they didn't do that bad with him.
No. The Raiders could have dragged this out and made the price for other head coaches for the Chargers go way, way, way up if they knew they were going to stick with this guy, and nobody else was going to touch him because this is his first season coaching ever. So they took a risk because the guys like him, the players like him, but it's a pretty big risk. Congratulations to the guy. I wish you a ton of success. The dude, if I'm him, in my freaking interview, I'd be saying, yeah, so when I beat all three division rivals and one of them in historical fashion, I learned this. So when they say, like, what's your biggest weakness? So when I was beating all three division rivals and, one of them in historic fashion, I discovered that my biggest weakness is that I love winning too much. Something like that. Like, what's your favorite color?
My biggest weakness is that I could have broken the record of points against the Chargers. And I should have done it. I should have done it.
Yeah, like, what's your favorite color? Well, when I was beating all three division rivals and one of them in historic fashion, I realized that I really like the color black. It pumps me up. So that's what I would have done. I hope he did that in his interviews. Congrats. Again, he got that team rolling. He might actually be the man. He might be legit. I just, I'm happy that the Raiders signed him so freaking quickly because it frees up other complications. Now, let's continue with the jobs that are still available. We got the Chargers, the Commanders, the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Titans, and the Carolina Panthers. So far, it seems like the biggest competition for the Chargers is the Atlanta Falcons.
At least with Bill Belichick.
And with freaking Jim Harbaugh. So apparently Jim Harbaugh's had 2 interviews with him. Bill Belichick has had 2 interviews with him. So the Falcons, they're making moves, man. They're making moves.
Harbaugh, I think he already had his second interview with the Chargers as well.
I don't know. I don't know what the Chargers are waiting for. I guess they want to wait till they can interview Ben Johnson. Fine. But right now, as of this moment, it's clear
also,
favorite.
They might still have to do their 2 minority interviews. They
already did them.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know what they're waiting for, or if they're waiting on somebody else. I have a theory. My theory is that the head coaches were waiting to see if the Bills job opened up. But right now, it looks like the favorite is Jim Harbaugh. At least that's what I've been hearing. And the Harbaugh's the Chargers is the most likely scenario. Bill Belichick, I don't understand the whole thing with the Falcons. The Falcons doesn't seem like a sexy team in his situation. I don't know. Pete Carroll, I haven't heard anything. Ben Johnson has been interviewing with everybody, and Mike Vrabel, he interviewed with the Chargers already. So, if I have to say, clear number 1, Harbaugh. Number 2, Vrabel. Number 3, Belichick. Number 4, Ben Johnson. And then number 5, Pete Carroll. Why? These guys are old, and they already have their rings. These dudes are younger, so which means that you could have them for 10 years if they're good, and they're hungrier. You know, they want to win. They, like I said, Mike Vrabel, just because he said that I would chop my own dick off to win a Super Bowl. It's like, man, that's a guy you want right there.
That's commitment.
Exactly. So I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Oh man, that's actually a good theory that some coaches may be waiting to see if other head coaching jobs are available after, you know, the Bills lose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
McDermott, I think I'm trying to think of the teams that lost this weekend. So it was
Tampa Bay.
Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I think LaFleur is absolutely safe.
Yep.
The Texans guy, the rookie head coach.
D'Amico.
Yeah, you're safe, buddy.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's all the Bills. The Bills. The Bills.
Well, Todd Bowles, you never know.
Todd Bowles should have been fired a long time ago. I don't know how that man. What? On the worst freaking division ever against the Eagles that look freaking terrible. So you know,
it only matters if you get him there.
Fine, whatever. To me, he's just never seemed like a good head coach.
Questions that's like you just can't seem to win the AFC, buddy. He just can't seem to do it. So McDermott leaving the Bills, I could see it happening. All the other coaches, I think they're fine. And of the remaining teams, MCD's not going anywhere.
No.
Andy Reid's not going anywhere.
Can you imagine if Andy Reid gets fired? Anywhere. Can you imagine if Andy Reid gets fired?
Oh, don't say beautiful things to my ears. And he goes to the Raiders.
Chuck Dominguez, Spanos wants someone who can kiss his ass. Yeah. From what I've heard, it's more John Spanos than Dean Spanos. Dean Spanos kind of just wants to win. John Spanos is the guy who actually gets his hands, you know, wants to get his hands dirty there. And he's basically what I've heard is that John Spanos makes a stupid decision and they paid Tom Telesco so he could take the blame for it. It's like Tom Telesco could not actually do exactly what he wanted. John Spanos was too involved. And whenever something didn't work out, he could just, you know, throw Tom Telesco under the bus or throw the head coaches under the bus, stuff like that.
The king shits and the hand wipes.
Exactly. So it sounds logical based on what I've heard about the Spanoses, but what can you do? Hopefully this time they get it right and there's a lot of really good head coaches out this season. Just don't get Dan Quinn. All right. Don't get Dan Quinn. Any of these 5. I'd still be like, all right, fine. Anybody else? Anybody who's not one of the 5 that I mentioned, I'm probably out. I'm probably out on the Chargers. Probably forever. It has to be one of these 5s for me to consider them not a clown organization. And I almost want to, and if it's freaking Jim Harbaugh, will I go to a game? Will I go to see a freaking Chargers game somewhere? If it's Mike Vrabel, I'll wait till they're winning to consider to go.
I'll get excited about Vrabel. Yeah,
but I'm not gonna go to the games, right? You know why? Because
think about it.
Every single thing has been pointing to the Chargers and Harbaugh being a thing. So if they were just yanking our chains, or they were just trying to use him for leverage or something else or whatever, it's stupid. It's really stupid. You should just freaking do whatever you have to do to hire the man. This whole, we're interviewing everybody and their mother. That's stupid. He's the best freaking option out there right now. Take him. And I'm not saying that he's the best head coach. He's not better than Bill Belichick. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But at least Jim Harbaugh has 10, 20 years, to still keep coaching. At least 10. Bill Belichick might retire next season. Who knows? So let's just say I will be...
How old is Jim?
60-something?
50s?
60s, yeah. I think. Well,
just trying to think of
Chuck Dominguez,
longevity, how long would he be there?
Well, Dario starts saying your goodbyes to the Chargers. I think, you know, it's more of, are you a serious organization or are you not? Right? Do you seriously want to win or not? Because there's very clear options for you. Very clear. Anybody else, you're not a serious organization. Even Ben Johnson is a risk. A serious risk. He's an unknown. What's another word for prospect?
I don't know.
Suspect.
Suspect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Prospects are suspect. You don't know. They might be really good. They might not be, right? Prospects are nothing. These dudes have proven success. 4 of them, and, you know, Ben Johnson, he's doing good. I'm worried about the culture thing. Honestly, I'm worried about the culture thing.
I'm restarting the Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, less than a minute.
All right, fine. Could have told me that a little bit sooner. All right, let's switch it up.
You're
Let's
talking.
Oh, wood. Oh, well, there you go. All right, so let me close it out. Open it up. If it makes me sign in again, the whole thing. The passcode, son of a bitch. Okay, and you should be back now, right? Let me fix this real quick. Eric, can you hear me? Eric, can you hear me? Let me see. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. Eric, you should be there, live. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's go back to the 2-shot. All right, so what were we saying?
Jim Harbaugh, the usual suspects. The Bills are morons. Did I get it all?
Yeah, that's good enough. Anyway, I think I'm done with my rant. Are you okay? Is there anything you want to say? Anything you're excited about?
You know, it's actually kind of impressive that for 2 years in a row, we've basically gotten to the point where the Super Bowl is going to decide our little snake draft.
We've been drafting, you know, we've been doing good jobs. Actually, looking at my picks, I think I kind of fucked up. If I hadn't gone for both the Rams and the Lions, I would be in a much better situation. Unfortunately, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles, but whatever.
I didn't expect the Lions to make it this far. I'm not gonna lie.
But
I wanted them to.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that if I hadn't done that pick, I would have gone in Green Bay. If I wouldn't have gotten both of them, I would have gone in Green Bay.
Fair.
Anyway,
Green Bay did okay.
Yeah, but anyway, that's it. I could have just said the goodbye before we did the whole Zoom thing again.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I'm just tired, man. It's been a rough week. Stupid rain.
Hey, football's almost over, man.
It's sad, isn't it? What are we gonna do?
It is.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna go back to
talk about anime again.
Dude, I've been watching some good anime. Gotta tell you, really good. Some of it kind of crappy, but you know, you need to mix it in. You know what I started playing?
I've already said my piece about shitty anime.
You know what I started playing? Monster Hunter World.
Well, that's kind of really fucking random.
Yeah, right. I don't know why. It's probably because I started watching Shangri-La Frontier and it made me be like, I want to play one of these games. But I don't want to do a MMO. I don't want to do a freaking massive multiplayer online. So I'll try Monster Hunter. Fuck it. Honestly, it's really fucking easy.
I don't think that stays like that for long.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that things get a little bit more complicated so it's basically just 2 buttons to attack. That's it. And so there's not a lot of strategy to it.
I don't think that stays that way that long.
Yeah, because I picked the option that's basically like a crossbow minigun. So it goes doo, doo, doo. Because it seems I like ranged weapons. But I'm like, there's no strategy in this. I'm just shooting things. And I have no idea how much life these monsters still have. There's a lot that I need to learn. But I don't know.
Monster Hunter is known for being a really, really complicated, or not complicated, but just, I guess complicated franchise. Inaccessible, difficult to get into. But
Okay.
Monster Hunter World is known for being like the best entry point for people who've never played it because they dumbed it down a lot.
All right. We'll see. But they check the link. It says we can watch soccer. No. I'd rather die. Maybe the World Cup. Maybe. And only
Who would you go for?
For the World Cup?
Yeah.
Mexico? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is the
right?
U.S. did they even qualify this year? I don't know.
No, here's the thing. They don't care. So it's like, I don't care either.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because the U.S. has never been serious about soccer. So it's like,
well,
it doesn't really matter to them.
listen, soccer's not a serious sport, right? It's the easiest fucking sport to play. And by that, I mean, I'm not saying that there's not people who are incredibly talented at it. I'm saying that all you need is a fucking ball, and that's it. Like, anybody can play it. It's the easiest access sport. All right, all you need is a ball. Then you can use a couple of cans for your freaking net or whatever, or for the goal or whatever, all that stuff. It's anybody and their mother can play it. Football, you need 11 dudes, padding and all that stuff. Polo, you need a fucking horse. Volleyball, you need a net and so it's the easiest fucking sport for anybody to play. That's why it's the most popular sport in the world. It's because anybody can play it. All you need is a fucking ball. But
those guys have monster fucking cardio, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying they're not impressive athletes. I'm not even saying that they're not some of the greatest athletes in the world. I'm just saying it's boring. So
I don't like it. It's fun to play.
No, I hate it because I suck at it.
Well, I mean, I just kicked the ball. And,
I
always did mostly defense anyway.
I'm a patatrica, I can't do it.
I'm just a moron.
Let me see. Chuck Dominguez. I'm in the same boat. I don't like soccer. Rugby. F1.
I've heard F1 actually is pretty interesting.
Listen, driving is not a sport. Okay? I get it.
Okay, you're making a good point.
Listen, have you seen the Gran Turismo movie?
No, because
all right.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Okay, it's actually a biopic about a guy who was one of the top Gran Turismo players in the world, and so a car company grabbed like all the top players and decided we're gonna train you to become actual drivers. And the dude actually did pretty well. He became like a professional driver. And so to me, that was like, this just proves that driving is not a sport. If you can find a random dude on his couch and teach him how to do it in person, this is not a real sport. Can you imagine you playing Madden for 10 years and being like one of the best? And then the fucking Bills decided to be like, hey, you want to be our new quarterback? And you're good at it? You're like, we'll train you for a season. And you're actually, come on, that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
For a coach?
What?
Like a coordinator?
Come on. Are you kidding me? Maybe you could be like, I don't know, in special teams guy, but if you're the driver of the car, you're the most important guy there, right? Like I'm saying you would actually have to go in there and be a quarterback, or be the dude who's got who's playing the calls on who's calling the plays on defense. Something you'd have to be something critical. So this just proves it's not a sport. It's not an actual sport. Okay. Well, it might have rules like a sport, but it's come on, it's not that impressive. It's a car. The car does most of the job. You ain't even running. The car does most of the fucking job. And they're like, no, well, you need to be a certain weight because you lose 20 pounds while you're doing it. Come on. It's hot. You didn't want to put an air conditioner in the car because it's heavy. But come on. The car does it. Are you kidding me? It's not a sport. I'm not saying it's not impressive. I probably couldn't do it. I'd probably kill myself out on that track. But
I think that's the exciting part where it's like it is life or death most of the time.
All right, hockey might be interesting. Hockey's fun. Like I've gone to a few.
Hockey's fun live, not on TV.
Yes, I've gone to a few goals games, and that's enjoyable. TV, I agree. The puck is too small. I
can't see it. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? And also, the game started.
I like it that in football the plays are really short. So it keeps my attention span. And they're always drawing these lines on the screen. They put up an imaginary fucking line for me that's bright yellow so that I know where the ball needs to go. Because I'm a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
I need this shit.
And they have somebody explaining the rules as, something happens like, well, that happened. Well, this happens because of this. Like, well, I don't like it, but fine. So
I don't like it, but goddamn, I don't know shit.
Don't know shit about fuck. Lacrosse. You know what? Just say what you want to say, Chuck. You want us to watch women's beach volleyball. You pervert.
Actually, wait, is this a year?
By the way, I was asked that recently. Like, if I can only keep one sport, which one would it be? I was like, I'm between polo, because I think it'd be cool for everybody to be in their horses and playing that stuff, or women's beach volleyball. You know, just because.
Dude, honestly,
Do I need to
it's fun
explain it?
watch.
I don't think I need to explain it. I don't think I need to explain it. Do you think I need to explain it? I don't think I need to explain it. I think it's self-explanatory.
Well, when I was in the hospital, it was during the Olympics, so I actually had him on the whole time, just watching.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, legitimately a fun sport to watch.
Is that the hospital stay where the guy was like, "Hey, yo, bitch."
Hey, bish. Yeah, that's right. I don't have many hospital stays.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah, they had to tie him down.
Yeah, of course.
He kept throwing stuff and calling everybody a bitch.
Clearly a psychopath. Lingerie MMA, the lingerie bowl is a thing. I think it's just one game, unfortunately. Actually, I knew I worked with the guy who's the brother of the producer for that show. So he was like, "Oh yeah, if you want to go something, blah, blah, let me know." And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't live there." It's gonna kind of, and the hotel stays and everything is gonna be kind of freaking expensive during the Super Bowl. So unfortunate.
Where is the Super Bowl this year?
Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. All right. Because I'm actually getting pretty hungry. So anything you want to shout out or anything?
Well, god damn, please Ravens beat the Chiefs. And on the other side, I don't really have much of a horse, but I'd rather have the Lions because I like the Lions better.
You know what's fun for me? One of my best friends is a hardcore Ravens fan. One of my other best friends is a hardcore Lions fan. So that would be an awesome matchup for me because no matter who wins and who loses, I get to make fun of somebody. So I get to celebrate with one person and I get to make fun of the other. So it's a win-win for me already. So it'd be better if the Lions win because that means I don't have to eat whatever disgusting shit you plan on feeding me. But
I'll start Googling.
oh no, don't do that. No, you don't need that. You know, just use your gut. Use your gut.
I might feed you guts.
Oh God, this is gross. Little tripas? That's not bad. As always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioCW and at Super Dario World. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to this channel, that stuff. It really helps me out. Let me see. Let's pray for the Ravens to win. They need all the help they can get. You know, let's just pray for the refs to call it fair. That's all they need. The Ravens are more than talented
And if they're
enough.
going to call something unfair, make it against the Chiefs.
Of course.
Like, if it has to be there, all right. Well,
They can't help themselves.
listen, if Chiefs, I don't mind having Chiefs fans complaining that, oh my God, we got robbed by a stupid ass call. How did they not see that pass interference? I don't mind them complaining.
They gave you a free third down, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, I don't mind them bitching about that the whole off season.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. As always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.